Hello and welcome to a new video. Today we're gonna take a look at again another spin the wheel challenge. Haven't done one in a while because I didn't really have time with university, but I'm now free for university for 6 weeks, so let's take a look here at another spin the wheel challenge. And today we're going to have the Monotype spin the wheel challenge. So what we're gonna do here is we're gonna spin the wheel, see what we're gonna get. I did not change the time, so it takes a little bit longer, you know. And we're going to try to build a team around a certain type, and we're gonna start with water, which is arguably the best type that you can choose. So I'm gonna build a team and I'll see you then. So we're gonna start into our first battle. As you can see already on the side, we're gonna build a team here with actually a triple shadow team with the Swampert, the Poliwrath, as well as the Tentacruel. Basically, Poliwrath is going to be great as a safe swap in this meta. Also, having access to an ice type move going to give you some access to potential like countering those grass type Pokemon. Same goes for the Tentacruel in the back. And Swampert is kind of needed in order to deal with the electric type Pokemon. So that's kind of why I went for this one. And let's see how it's gonna go. Like mediocre lead, I would say. Our backline is definitely better against that lead. But the Pokemon that we kind of wanted to get out while they swapped into us, because we're going to have access to the move Icy Wind. And that's going to make this way easier. So we're going to see here the opponent gonna go for the Dragon Claw now. And we're going to have at least here a matchup that I might not be able to win, but I'm gonna get the opponent insanely low, which is all I really want anyway. So, again, we're gonna see another Dragon Claw coming through here, totally fine for us. I can just go for another Icy Wind immediately. Try to get them just low enough that I maybe can farm down them later on with my Swampert. That would be amazing. But even if not, it's going to be fine. We're gonna see here they're gonna be very low. I might even still be able to survive another Dragon Claw here. I doubt it though. But maybe after now 2 debuffs it might be already enough, but we will find it out shortly. I think I might just gonna get farmed down immediately afterwards. Let's see, can I still get to move? I cannot, and they can perfectly farm me down. But speaking of perfectly farming them down, we can do the same with our Swampert, allowing us to get a ton of energy, which is really good for the late game. Hopefully they don't have something in the back that is like a steel typing, would be a little bit annoying, but I doubt it, because again, they kind of need to have something in the back that can deal with fighting type Pokemon if they had this kind of lead. So I'm going to stay in here for a little bit longer, and I can swap out now as they're going to have the Tapu Fini in the back, and this is going to be game. This was literally the perfect Pokemon that they could have had in the back. This is going to be game now. They cannot do anything about it, and yeah, this was a great first one, I would imagine. Monotype challenge, first one already done here. Let's see what we can do then with the next one, as they're just going to, yeah, let the move go through, farm them down. We can still have like 2 Hydrocans against the opponent. I just kind of want to hit a charge move anyway now. I can even take another move from the opponent's Obstagoon as well. We have the Acid Spray stored, which I'm going to go for straight away, because Acid Spray going to allow us then, if they want to go for a charge move here, go for it. Going to allow us to one-shot them, I think, with a Hydro Cannon. So for me, that's just way more worth it than going for my own Scald. Let's see if they're gonna get the boost. They don't get the boost. So again, this game is of course not straight over, but I feel like it's very in our favor at this point. They're going to let this move go through, totally okay for me. They might even have to go for another charge move here, let's see. I can even go for... oh, I don't. I cannot. I have to swap out. Maybe this game is not over yet, actually. We will find out shortly, because the opponent still has a play here, as they got a ton of farm there. So maybe I just screwed up everything, and I was a little bit too cocky there. We will find out together. I can use a shield here. I just hope that I'm still going to be fine. Night Slash coming through. Please don't use it. Like, please don't get the boost here. Okay, they don't. I will be able to survive a... yeah, okay, the opponent forfeits. I would have been able to survive a Night Slash anyway, so this would be an easy victory no matter what. Let's see what we're gonna build up next, and we're gonna get... let's find out together. It's going to be the Psychic type. That's going to be a very tough one, so let's see what we can come up with. Moving on to the next battle, we're going to have no Psychic type team here. We're going to have the Deoxys as our answer for Dark types, kinda. We don't really have a good Fairy type build for this league. We're going to have the Cesar of the Cresselia, which I feel like is the best play that we can go for. And in the back, we're going to have the Bronzong, a Pokemon that I haven't played for ages, but I'm kind of curious if this Pokemon still has some kind of shot here. But kind of annoying lead here. This is going to be a little bit of a trickier one, but we can still go at least for one charge move and then swap out immediately. As we're going to have a little bit more bulk actually on Cresselia. The opponent is, of course, easily in range for one Moonblast as well. If they want to stay in, that's fine. But I also have the Bronzong in the back, which is actually a great matchup for me. They have 2 Dragon Claws at this point, so I don't know if I should go straight for my next charge move here. Let's see what they're gonna do. They decide to stay in. I wanted to go for my next charge move, but I didn't. And this is going to be awkward because now they can swap out. And they're most likely going to swap out. So let's see what they're going to go for. They're going to go for the gels. And that's actually fine for me. That's actually really good for me, though, even though we have like the weakness in general against ghost type Pokemon. I would have liked to have a Oranguru, by the way. If I had an Oranguru, I would have went for this, but I don't. And so we are kind of forced in this scenario. But I can even go for another charge move. And with this, we're gonna put the opponent into range where we can go for like the farm down basically with Confusion from Bronzong, which I think would be kinda cool. As you're gonna see, the opponent is going to take this one still quite a bit, but they completely messed up their counts. And so we can even reach another charge move here, and this is amazing. That's exactly what I wanted to get here. As the opponent is forced to use a shield now, we are 2 shields up, which we are not going to be for too long because now they have 100 energy. They're gonna go for a Surf, and they have then 60 energy left. I need 55 for 1 Shadow Ball, and I am going to go into my Bronzong now, which is going to have to shield up some moves here. I'm mostly just going to use Ball Shield. Like, let's be honest, like, there's no real reason for me not to do this. The opponent is gonna go ahead and go for a Surf first, which is kinda understandable and kinda what you could expect. But, yeah, the opponent is still gonna get to another move. It is more likely that it's going to be a Shadow Ball now, and I'm just decided to use a shield here, which was correct. So, we're gonna get rid of at least one of our counters, and we're gonna have in the back the Lantern. That's an interesting one. It's not a bad one though. It's definitely something that I kinda do like to see. I see the opponents now swapping back into their Dragonite, and I kinda want to get rid of this Pokemon, so I go for the Psycho Boost. This should not knock them out, but it definitely should get them fairly low, that I might be able to counter them down. I don't know if I needed to go for this move that early, to be fair, because now they can definitely still go for a Dragon Claw, and the Dragon Claw still doesn't knock me out anyway, so I should get the knockout here, but then it depends if Bronzong can actually take on the opponent's Lantern. I think a Psyshock is still better. It's going to be a stab move compared to the, what's called, the Payback. Payback is still a very solid move. It's an Outrage clone, I think, as a Dark-type move, but I think still that Psyshock should be better to go for here. But it's going to be a close one, as I can even get some more farm here, which is a little bit annoying. I'm just going to go straight for my Psyshock, I would say. It's going to be stab. Going to be a very close one here for sure. Let's see who is going to win this. I have no idea, literally. I feel like the opponent is a little bit in a better spot because Lantern is a little bit more common and meta for this kind of meta right now. But let's see how much a Thunderbolt is going to do against our Bronzong. Is it going to two-shot us? We will find out shortly. Thunderbolt coming through. It looks like a 2-shot. That is definitely looks like a 2-shot. So I just decided to go for the Payback and see if this is going to do a little bit more damage. I think it does a little bit more damage in total, but I think it's going to be a slight loss. I think I could have played a little bit better though. Let's find out here. Oh no. So close, and they just need a Surf now as well. Like literally like a 1 HP there. Like if I went for the charge move, okay, they go for the Thunderbolt anyway. But if I went for the charge move of Deox a little bit later, I think I would have been fine. But I kind of misplayed this one, so it's going to be fine. Let's see what is going to be our next typing though. 1-1 so far. We're going to have the Pure Grass type. This is going to be very difficult, so let's see what I can come up with. Okay, we're going to have the next opponent here. Also, this team is most likely not really the best one, but it's so funny that we're going to have a Bulbasaur against the Bulbasaur here. But we're going to get completely rocked by any kind of Fire-type Pokemon. I would imagine that this would definitely make sense to have a Fire-type Pokemon together with the opponent's Bulbasaur. We're definitely going to win CMP. Our Bulbasaur stats are horrific. So that's at least a benefit here, I would say. And so we can go for the Icy Wind. The opponent is going to use a shield here on the first one. I am not gonna go for a shield. I kind of want to keep my shields for my backline, I have to say. Icy Wind is coming through. That's totally okay for me, man. I can just still go ahead and go for another Icy Wind afterwards. I'm totally fine with that. And I just gonna debuff you a little bit further. I don't know if they... Like, honestly, like, my IV spread is going to be a little bit weird anyway, so it's going to be a little bit more difficult for them to know how to play this one out as well, but I guess, like, they're still going to be in a better spot here, don't get me wrong. But maybe I can still survive this one. That would be kind of nice. We double debuffed them, so we should be able to survive. We are not able to survive. So I'm forced to go for the full farm down with my Trevenant, and this is going to be really painful because they're going to get to 2 moves, so they definitely played this out a little bit easier, a little bit better than I did here. We could decide to go ahead and go for a Seed Bomb though, which might be the play to go. Yeah, it is definitely the play to go because I would have got to another move. So we're in a tough spot, but you got rid of one of the answers for grass types already, which is kind of nice. Which is going to be the Obama Snow, never mind. They're gonna give me some free farm here real quick, which is kind of decent. So they're definitely going to be weak against grass in the back, I would imagine. They might have double water in the back. Let's see what they're gonna decide to go for now. They're going to have an Ampharos in the back here. That's interesting. I'm gonna swap out now. They're most likely going to have Brutal Swing, which is going to be a little bit difficult. I have a Shadow Ball stored, which is kind of decent. It is going to be the Brutal Swing. They can two-shot me here for sure, and they're gonna get there like fairly soon. They're gonna have it now. They're not gonna go for it straight away though. I decided not to go for my move immediately as well, which is a mistake, I would say. But Brutal Swing is coming through now. He would be able to go for 3 more, I would imagine. Yeah, okay. Yeah, this is going to guarantee me that I can get the knockout here, which is kind of decent. At least as long as Shadow Ball is going to knock out, but that should, like, Shadow Ball does a ton of damage. It is going to be a stab, and let's see what they're going to have in the back. Because if it's going to be a water type, they have to catch something, most likely. Let's see what it's going to be. It is going to be a water type. Okay, it's going to be the Jellicent. I can go for the Shadow Ball, but I don't think it's enough, sadly. I think they can just go for their own Shadow Ball. This is not going to be enough to do enough damage against the opponent, sadly. So, if I played a little bit differently, I think I could have actually won this game. I just misplayed it a little bit there, I think also against the Ampharos, most likely. But good game to the opponent here, of course. The leads, they played out a little bit better than I did. Definitely a little bit more of a difficult one to play for the Auto League, but let's see what we're gonna get next after grass is gone now. We will get here for the next typing, the rock typing. I don't even know if I have 3 rock types, but we're gonna figure this out together now. Okay, next game here, we're going to have now a team that's triple weak against counter, and there's nothing that I can really do about it. So, like, if we're going to encounter a counter user, we're going to be screwed. Look at this, it's not a counter user, but it's going to be basically the same for it. And as you can see here, I don't really have the correct moveset, I guess, for this kind of situation, but I cannot really do anything about it either, because, yeah, I don't really have a lot of charge DMs currently, so, like, I'm kind of stuck with it. If I had a wild charge, I guess it would have been a better thing for me here right now, but I think we're just going to skip rock, I have to say. Like, there is not a lot that I can do about it, but of course, the time where I have a triple rock team, I encounter a Cobalion that uses immediately a charge, like a, what's even called? A shield there. Shield, this was the word I was looking for. But yeah, like, there is not a lot that I can do about it, so rock is failed at the first Pokemon. It's all something that's kind of life. I cannot really do anything about it, so let's move on to the next one, which is going to be the bug typing. That's going to be painful. I was hoping for steel, but let's see what we can do with it. Here we go, final one for today. We're going to have the lead of Escavalier, which is most likely the best bug type currently available. And we have 2 Pokemon in the back that at least kinda can deal with fire type Pokemon, so hopefully we don't encounter those. Yeah, we're going to have the Crustle in the back as well, which is going to be kinda cool for those fire type Pokemon in general, like going to be able to smack them down. I feel like it's the best moveset that you can go for. Yes! Exactly what I was hoping for, like, literally perfect. I cannot believe, like, honestly, I cannot believe that this actually worked. I was actually a last second decision to put Crustle on the team. I had a Scissor there before, but I was like, I bet I'm gonna encounter a fire type Pokemon anyway. And look who we have here. We're going to have the Talonflame, but only for a few seconds, because now they're gonna go down. That's absolutely wild. And the cool thing as well here for this team, and I don't think that was a smart decision to go for the Exeter, by the way. Both of them going to be resisted, but I thought I might get to 2, but I don't think I did get to 2 after seeing the counter damage. But the cool thing here is, maybe, wait, never mind, I'm smart, I'm very smart. The cool thing here is that I am going to be able to go into my Golisopod, which is going to be able to soak every single charge move. Everything is going to be resisted on Golisopod. And I have the Acid Spray still on the Escavalier, which I didn't even notice. And so it's going to be a fairly decent matchup for us. They're gonna go ahead and go for their Icy Wind, which I can let go through. I don't really care too much about it. I can see that there is going to be a Registeel, and I don't even need to go for a move because the opponent decides to forfeit. And this is it for the video. Definitely very short last 2 games, but I definitely take it. If you enjoy this type of content, feel free to leave a like and let me know in the comment section as well. Do you want to see it for the Great League, and do you want to see it for the Master League, which I doubt that I'm going to be able to do with all the types, but we have to see, especially bug typing. I don't think I have the Pokemon for. But let me know if you like this kind of format. We got 2 wins at least, which I feel like is pretty decent. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, feel free to leave a like, and I'll see you then. Bye bye.